All Natural. I am Jermaine Ryan, and this video, I'm doing something. Okay, so first of all, first video in the new space. I just decided to move out of my bedroom and just use, a random room that I had that kind of wasn't being used for anything other than storage. The lighting may be a little bit funky. I have to still play around with it a little bit. But this is going to be the new setup. I have some ideas for some things behind me, so it's in the works. So yeah, new space, who this? Anyway, this this video is, I don't want to say it's going to be a trolling video, but I kind of do, because it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. But I don't want to be like shady toward anybody. Because, okay, so title, the number one way to grow your hair, right? The number one way. So we have all seen the videos, even I, from some of my favorites. 10 ways, 6 reasons why your hair ain't growing, 10 reasons why your hair ain't growing. Like, it's always a random number to why your hair either isn't growing or how to grow your hair. So it's not meant to be shade. There are very few videos that have actually mentioned it, and they said it but kind of skimmed over it, but didn't really like put any emphasis on it. They just kind of said like, yeah, of course, this is it. But here are these, these 10 reasons why your hair isn't. And it's like, but
that's the main reason.
So please don't take to this as being shady. I was gonna say I'm not a shady person. I actually am, but I always come from a place of joking, capping, roasting. It's never meant to be taken as me really coming at you. Other than that, it's all fun and light shade. So if any of my favorites ever see this, I love you still. You're still my favorites. But I just felt that this would be fun to do. It's not something that I've seen on anyone's channel. But I do want you to take heed to some of the things that I'm saying and see if you can actually guess what the number one way to grow your hair out. What I'm gonna do is kind of do it in reverse. I'm gonna go into all of the reasons why in those other videos why your hair isn't growing, or the random numbers as to how to get your hair to grow. One of the things that is always in either one of those videos is water. Oh my gosh, you need to drink water. Water. A lot of people that don't drink water and their hair grow, like, don't like water. They like juice and they like pop and liquor. Yeah, like water helps, and circulation and hydration, like it helps. But that ain't the number one way. That's the number one. Number 2. You need to wash your hair. Wash your hair, sis. Wash your hair, bruh. Wash your hair, sis. How many of us have seen videos where people are like, I wash my hair once every 3 months and my hair is down to my butt crack. And they be like, I co-wash mainly. And yet look at my hair, like it's bra strap, or it's down to my ankle. Like, someone could always go against that and be like, no sis, because that's not what I do. And look at my hair. I've got inches. You're below me. Oh wait, would it be below me or above me? That ain't number 1 though. Next reason, number 3, exercise. You need to work out and be fit. No, personally hate working out. People be like, oh, what the benefits? I don't care. If they're not gonna happen the one time that I do it, then I don't care. I want them to happen now.
Relax.
Sometimes I will get into fits where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna work out and get into shape. And it lasts for a little bit. And when I do it hardcore, but I don't like it.
It flames.
It takes forever for everything to happen. And yeah, it's like, you have to change your mind and blah, blah, blah. I don't like it. Sorry, that was a whole rant.
You good?
There are tons of people that don't exercise whose hair grows. And I mean, when I say don't exercise, like the most they do is walk around their house. The next one, 4th thing, heat. So, we've all seen this. Don't put heat on your hair. Heat is going to damage your hair. I'm sure you can think of 2 people from the YouTubes that use heat who hair grow. I know you can, at least 2 people who use heat, whose hair grow. And yeah, they may have a little bit of damage, but they be like, you know what, that's fine. It's just a little bit of damage. I could just work that. I know you've seen it. Are we seeing the trend? Are we seeing what's happening with this video? Like, are you seeing where I'm going with this? Like, everything that somebody says isn't gonna do it, there's always gonna be somebody else that's like, well, I do it and it worked for me.
Because she's messy.
Same thing goes with color. You know, if you color in your hair, you're gonna really, really damage your hair. Can we think of 2 people on the YouTubes or even in our personal lives that uses color, like colors their hair regularly and their hair looks really, really good? The very first person that I could think of is Hazel. I just know Hazel, hair goddess Hazel. I randomly see her videos here and there. Light brown skin, think Jada Pinkett, blonde hair. And her hair, like, to me, looks extremely healthy. And I mean, and it's blonde. It's not like she's dyeing it a black or brown. Like, her tips be curly, the roots be curly. It looks healthy to me. And I mean, I like her hair, like, and she dyes it. And yet her hair has grown. Set. Protective styles, low manipulation, and then you see the girls or the guys and like they take the hair down after 3, 4, 5 months and they pull at the braid and you can't even see their scalp because, oh my gosh, there's so much growth. That helps. I have seen videos though that are like, that may not be doing it for you. And honestly, in the video that I'm talking about is from my homegirl, Ebony. The video is called Reasons Why Protective Styles May Not Be Helping You Grow Your Hair Out. Sis gave some real hard facts on like some things that people really do be doing wrong. And when you leave your hair in for that amount of time, why it's not really working out for you the way that, like, really, really great video. I think I'm gonna link it. I'm gonna link it down below. It's just shout out to Ed. But that's that flip side, you know, it's that 2 sides to everything. Low manipulation, it does help. You know, protective styles, it does help. Help. Not the #1 way to grow hair. Getting your hair trimmed helps. It is an important thing. Trimming your hair is gonna save you from a lot of grief. #1 is gonna help make your wash days easier. It is going to help with hair growth. Help, it's not the #1. On to the next. You need to use this hair growth oil on your hair because this is how you grow your hair crazy in 3.5 hours. Go from 3 inches to 8 inches in 2 days with this oil. One of my faves, Kimberly Sherrill, don't use oil, period. She don't like them. Check her inches.
Look at the material.
Oil helps, but it ain't the #1 way. It's not the beginning. It's not, you know, A. Wait, what does it go? How does it go?
When you read, you begin with A, B, C.
And when you sing, you begin with Do, Re, Mi.
Do, re, mi.
It ain't Do and it ain't A. Have you figured it out yet? Pause the video. Go down below. Put the time that you've paused it. And type in there what you think it is. It's only one way. It's only one way, honestly. Next, protein treatments. Avocado and bananas. The onion thing, eggs and mayonnaise, the sweet potatoes, or was it yams? Really great things. Nutrients, like the things that we get from our foods, you know, they're really, really good. And ingesting them and letting our body break them down and, you know, disperse the nutrients throughout our bodies, like, it's good to do that on the inside and even with the things on the outside because some of the natural products that we use have some of those things in it. It works good, but those help. Next, diet, what you eat. What you put in is what you're gonna get out. If
you eat trash, then you're gonna get trash.
You know, don't drink a whole lot of pop or soda if you're from the South or Chicago. What up to my Chicago family? I actually watched a video and the girl was like, don't eat Cheetos. And I'm like, but why not? This bag of Cheetos is not gonna stop my hair from growing. Even if I have a bag of Cheetos every single week or every other day. I'm sure it was just an example, but I don't know. I mean, there's tons of people that just don't have really great diets whose hair grow. There are a lot of people that don't like vegetables, don't eat green leafy things. Yeah, diet can make a difference. It can, but it ain't the #1. Same thing goes with hair growth pills. They help, but they ain't #1. The next thing, Genetics. This was a new thing that I actually have stumbled across in a few different videos. And the one thing that everyone was bringing up in their genetics video is how, you know, the hair goes through these 3 different stages. And the second stage where your hair grows the most, it starts with the A. I can't think of it right now. I want to say analog, but I know that's not it. Analog girl in the digital world. 2 to 6 or 7 years is when your hair is growing the most. You know, that's when your hair is growing, and then from there it'll stop growing or it'll fall out, whatever. That is individual strands of hair. It is not your whole head of hair. Your whole head of hair does not work at the same time, where your whole head only grows for 2 to 7 years and then it all falls off. Well, how do I know that? Because have you ever known someone to grow hair for 2 to 7 years and then literally it all falls out, like falls out, all of it. At one time, just falls out. No, is per strand. So you could have one strand that's in year 2, another strand that's in year 3, another strand that's in year 4, another strand that's in year 7. They all are growing at different times, every single strand of hair on your head. So yeah, genetics does make a difference, but that's not the number one. So I've went through several reasons, several things that I've heard in several different videos, all of these different things. And there probably are a few that I didn't mention. Like I know one thing was like, you know, sleeping with a bonnet on. The number one way to grow your hair. Are we ready? Should I, you know, kind of stretch the words out and build up a little bit of anticipation, you know, just in case you kind of think you got it, but you're not really sure, but you really want to see what the number, like, the number one way is not an opinion. It's not an, in my opinion. It is a fact. Facts. Argue with your mama, argue with your brother. The number one way to grow your hair is to stay alive.
Boo! Boo!
Is it obvious? Was that not the most obvious thing?
Boo!
As long as you are living, your hair is going to grow.
Period.
Now, there are small exceptions to this. You know, underlying medical conditions or, you know, having a disease that directly affects you. In some instances, medication. I feel like maybe there might be a case in the Guinness World Book that you can find that shows a person whose hair doesn't grow. Maybe, I don't know. It's the world. Like, everything is absolutely possible, but it's gonna grow. Stay alive. Live your life. If we want to talk about retaining the length that you grow, then we can go through all of those other things and all of those other videos that tell you why your hair isn't growing and the things that you need to do to help your hair to grow. Then if we're going to talk about retention, keeping the length that you're growing.
I thought we were having Funshade, honey.
Yes, that was not fun.
Your hair is gonna grow, period, with the exception that I said. But if you want to maintain hair length, if you want to retain long hair, if you want your hair to grow longer than a certain point, then you need to apply some of those other things: shampooing regularly, low manipulation, diet, you know, water. That's retention. Like I said, a couple of videos is like, your hair is gonna grow. Your hair is just gonna grow. And they mentioned it, then they skated right past it and then went into the reasons why your hair isn't growing. I just thought that this would be fun to do. Your hair actually is always growing. It's always growing. You just aren't retaining the length. Because you ain't doing stuff to retain it. So that is the number one reason. If you stay alive, if you keep living, your hair is gonna grow. Hopefully, if your plan is to grow your hair out, you do things to retain the length that you are already growing. And also, I did look this up because I just, inquiring minds wanted to know. When you die, your hair does not grow. From several articles that I read, it says that your hair and nails may appear longer because basically, you know, you're, you know, pruning in and you're pruning into yourself, so therefore like the beds of your nails kind of sink in and your skin and stuff sinks in, so therefore your hair appears longer than what it than what it is, but it's not growing anymore. And I did read something that says like immediately after it might grow a smear immediately after, but your hair doesn't grow when you die.
Say what?
Okay, so don't come after me, y'all. I just thought that it was fun. Life. Also gave me a reason to do a video on the ever-growing, progressively, still in the works new space. All right, comment down below. Let me know if you figured it out well before I got to the end. Make sure you click the like button. Click the like button. It was a fun video. You know it was fun. So I probably shaded some of y'all favorites. It was in love and in fun. It wasn't mean. It was a fun video, especially if you didn't guess it. And then you're like, obviously. Subscribe is right there too. You might as well subscribe. Punch the notification bell so that you can stay abreast of when I post my videos. And again, thank you for tuning in to Jermaine All Natural. And I'll see you in my next video.